But it's now time for the Terrible Twos, aka the bottom line.
Oh.
Okay. Final two questions of the show, and the two most important questions of the show. So here we go.
Okay.
Question number one. Bridget Fitzgerald, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give the first episode of Rick and Morty entitled Pilot?
Okay, since we're being specific about the episode pilot, I want to say a solid 5. It was good. I enjoyed it, but I don't know. It was good and I enjoyed it. I don't want to answer other questions I haven't been asked yet. So 5. This many is my answer. My answer is a 5. It had some solid jokes in it. I don't think I'm the target audience for it, but I did laugh a lot. So that solid 5.
Do you think they called it pilot because he was flying the spaceship?
Yes.
That must be it.
I think that's what it was. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Josh, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give this episode that was named after that?
I would give this episode titled Pilot a 7.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'll just leave it at that. Because I wasn't asked any other questions yet. I'm going to take Bridget's lead.
Stick to the one. You don't have to tell them anything.
Yeah, I give it the same rating as a David Fincher movie with Brad Pitt and Gwyneth Paltrow. What's that movie called? 7.
I haven't seen it. Okay. It's okay. Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, for me personally, subjectively speaking, for me, this kind of thing, like the fact that he was burping nonstop is just so ridiculous that, like, especially because I'm picturing the person doing it and the sci-fi.
10.
Well, no, for me personally, it's like a 9. I think
I'm so close.
But no, you're spot on, because I feel like, objectively speaking, when you're thinking about what is a perfect pilot, what conveys what the show is going to be about, especially at the very end there. The very end, they really hit it home. He's like, see, we're going to be doing this every week now. Oh, the adventures of Rick and Morty, it's very meta. So I would almost say, objectively speaking, it's a 10. So I'm going to give it a 9.8 because I feel like I should lean more.
So close.
Yes, you are. Very good.
Still 5. Still 5. Nailed it.
Let me up mine to an 8. I'll go for 7.
Wow. Yes.
I'm appreciating as a pilot. Like, it started right away. The moment you press play, like,
right. Remember,
it comes into Morty's room. It starts right away and it ends with
he's dragging him out of bed. They're flying on the ship. He says that hilarious stuff of like, don't worry, you don't need to worry about me getting in the way. I'm not going to be like fooling around with her. He's like, what are you talking about? All that happens. Then he crashes, he passes out, done. And then it shows the intro. 2 minutes. I checked 2 minutes. That's really good, I think. Mm-hmm. And I also, by the way, just like a little quick insider thing, when I met Justin, it clicked. I was like, oh my God, these two characters are Justin when he was a kid and what Justin, I guess, fears he might be as an old man, because they were clearly, as soon as I saw this, I was like, oh my God, that's what it, I don't want to presume.
Justin time travel.
Yes, but that's what it seemed like. It seemed like Morty was certainly him as a child. Anyway, but that's what we give it on a scale of 1 to 10. And by the way, I have given 2 10s in the past. One with Josh was for McCartney 321, the docu-series on Hulu. Freaking enchanting, amazing. And the other one was for the Golden Girls pilot. That is a
classic.
It's a perfect pilot. Anyway, Josh,
did you watch the rest of the show, the rest of McCartney 321?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And speaking of which, actually, to Bridget, for the purposes of this podcast, we all had to watch the first episode of Rick and Morty, but now that the podcast is over and we're free to move about the internet, would you watch the second episode of your own volition?
The second episode, I feel like I'll probably end up watching an episode again. I did laugh at it. I just don't know that I'm the diehard that's going to watch through all the episodes. I will pick and choose what I want to watch. And I feel like I've already watched another episode because we were just like, let's go watch a Rick and Morty. So this is my first time watching pilot, but I had seen another episode of Rick and Morty.
Really?
And I enjoy their adventures. Yep. But for me, I feel like I'm not the kind of person who's going to binge watch it, but I will watch like an additional episode here or there.
That sounds like a yes.
Yeah, that is a classic yes. It's a yes with explanation.
Did you enjoy the other episode that you saw more than this one?
Honestly, I think I did. It was another one where they were, oh gosh, I don't even remember what was happening. It was with the sister and they were on another planet. But anyway, I feel like I enjoyed that more, but it's a lot easier to just live in the madness of a world than to set up a world. And I think it's a lot harder for shows to have a good pilot as it is opposed to have a good episode. Like, I feel like, to your point about like the Golden Girls having a perfect pilot to set up that world, I feel the same way to talk to something I talked about earlier, which was Ted Danson. Cheers is an episode that like that pilot is one of the classic pilots that you watch to learn how to write better pilots because they set up the world.
WTF Cheers. 100%. Let us know in the comments below if you want us to review Cheers, because Bridget's getting me excited for it.
Guys, it's a perfect pilot, and it's literally one of the ones that when you're learning how to write TV, like that's one that they send you to, because it's a great example of how to set up characters and how to set up the world of that.
Ryan got excited for Golden Girls, which I've never seen.
Golden Girls is great. Josh, you should first off watch the WTF of Golden Girls, or actually watch the pilot.
Yes.
First. WTF of Golden Girls and see how it matches up.
Because I liked Golden Girls when I was a kid. I used to watch it with my grandma. She'd call it, "Oh, let's watch My Little Old Ladies." That's what she'd say. And I was not prepared.
So
I thought it was, she was adorable. And this show was adorable. And I thought I was going to enjoy it for the nostalgia. But it ended up, just check it out, everybody. It's WTF episode. Oh boy, which one is it? Very quickly. Let me find.
You just search WTF Golden Girls, it'll come up.
Yeah, but I like to.
He loves giving out the numbers. He's on it with these numbers.
We got to help people out.
There's a bunch of good episodes of WTF. I feel like you guys need to catch up if you're missing out on this show, because
thank you.
I definitely have enjoyed all the episodes. I've not only been part of the chat pack, just watching other episodes that other people were on, because I really do think you have really great content. So definitely check it out. If not the Golden Girls episode, find one that they both don't like, and that's also a funny episode.
Honestly, if you want us to review something that's terrible and just watch us trash it, or just watch the stress on us that we had to watch this thing, that's also funny. By the way, Golden Girls was 42. WTF number 42. Check it out. And yes, I second that, Bridget. Our fans are so great. Our fans are wonderful. We love them. Yes. The chat pack is they're the best. This is going to be episode number 90, Josh.
Oh, wow.
I know. We're getting up there.
Hey.
Are you going to do something special for 100? Not to get ahead. You're almost there. Have you thought about it? I think
we're going to turn 100 at the same time as Betty White. We should check that out. Speaking of Golden Girls, I think she's just about to hit 100 or just did. I don't know.
You could do Hot in Cleveland on the 100.
Okay.
Get some Betty White Hot in Cleveland action.
I'm not sure how to address that. Yeah, dude. January 17th, 1922 is when she was born. So she's going to be 100 on January 17th, 2022, which is going to be like literally
crazy.
Right around when we're recording our 100th episode. Wow, I got to put a note of that. Man. Okay.
Or there's the Golden Palace, the Golden Girls spinoff. But I don't know if that's streaming anywhere.
Can I ask a question? This is so unrelated, but have you ever watched the first Heart to Heart? That show my friend is obsessed with, and it's an older show, and I see it's on Hulu now. Have you ever done that one or no? Or should I write that in the chats?
If you, in the comments below, if you add it there, it will be added to the list. Absolutely. Heart to Heart on Hulu.
He really loves Heart to Heart on Hulu, and I've never seen it. I was just, at what point have you watched all the television? because you're on episode 90. You've seen 90 unique pilots of different shows. Like, that's a lot of television. It was worth a shot that you had already seen it.
Which is why I don't really watch other stuff, because I feel like, I'm always watching new stuff anyway. What were you saying, Josh?
What was so if you had 2 10s, what got the lowest rating? What was
it was actually how you and Jen come on at the same time oftentimes? We have our friends Rico E. Anderson and Darth Shuey, both actors, that come on together. And so we obviously thought it would be fun for bro dudes in LA talking about 4 old ladies in Florida in the 80s. And so it was myself, Darth, Rico, and Michael. And let me just say, watch episode 42, but I was not the only person to give it a 10. We'll just say that much. No spoilers, but I was not the only one to give it a 10.
Josh is asking for your 0s or 1s. Did you ever give out a 0 or a 1?
I think Ryan thinks I have something different.
Ryan has gone off into his Golden Girls somewhere else.
I'm going to be there forever too. Have we ever given a 0? No 0s, I don't think.
No 0s, no 1s.
Anything lower than a 3?
Oh yeah. Well, very quickly, let's see. Somebody gave the show a 2 just last week in our previous episode.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, Katie did. Meteorologist Katie did.
Katie.
Michael gave something a 2.5 recently. That was, I don't want to give away which ones, but check out Static Shock on HBO. What's the lowest?
I don't want to give away which one.
Yeah. We all gave kind of low marks to Be Positive and The Walking Dead World Beyond. Oh, there was one that really hurt my feelings. It was, where is it?
I don't know. But while you're looking this up, do you ever review movies?
No.
Like, say, a movie that I'm in on Roku channel that's available right now that you could watch and stream if you're in the mood for a Christmas movie?
Tell us what it is.
Would you like to see Christmas Lovers Anonymous? It's starring me. I'm in a lead of a Christmas movie. You can watch me be the sister who says, "Go for it, girl," and is the comedy lead of that movie. So get on it.
That is so awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm delighted.
What's it called again?
Me feel merry.
Christmas Lovers Anonymous. It's the name of a website where they may or may not find love.
Interesting. Very cool. Yeah, everybody check that out. It's Christmas time.
Check it out.
Go do it. Darnell Davis gave one of the best shows ever, He-Man, a 1.5, and I was destroyed.
You love He-Man.
He-Man loves me.
He-Man and you go way back. You're like this. You're super close.
I was like, it's a 9. And Darnell was like, sorry, dog. It's a 1.5. It was not good. And I'm like, I was very upset. Wow. Anyway, we got to move forward.
Darnell has a very low voice. That's all I know about Darnell based on that.
Yeah, he does. And he's the sweetest guy in the world. That's why I couldn't believe I was so hurt. Josh.
Yeah.
Would you watch the second episode of Rick and Morty of your own volition?
I would watch it. There's so much to watch and so much other things. And so it's there on Hulu, so it's available. So it's not like the pressure, like with news shows, I want to be caught up. I'm already so far behind. I know Christopher Lloyd's going to be on maybe in the new season on an episode, I heard. So that's exciting for me. I don't know who. So I don't know if it's the type of thing I would skip around. I don't know. Is it, so Ryan, who's seen Ryan seasons 2, 3, and maybe 4, is it are the episodes standalone? Is it serialized where you benefit from?
Kind of a blend of both, and it does even get better. If I remember correctly, the second season gets even better than the first season. It gets really good. Like, as far as the sci-fi aspect of it, gets very science fiction-y and very interesting and pretty epic. But anyway, I'm going to take that as a yes, because you said you would.
Yeah, and it would be more appealing if I was in a situation where I was watching and discovering it with someone. Like, sometimes it's more fun if you have someone to watch the show with.
Okay. Received. Message received. You get through episodes 3 because I'm going to give you all 3 of the first seasons. I'm going to tell you my answer. Yes, I would, because I'd already watched the first 3 seasons, and watching this made me think, hey, I've heard there are new seasons. I should watch those. And so to me, that counts as I would watch the second, because I will continue. I'm not going to go, in order, but I'm going to go to seasons 4 and 5. I think I should watch it. I think the show deserves it. It deserves my attention. And I'm a yes. And if you watch all those first 3 seasons, Josh, we can watch seasons 4 and 5 together.
You're enticing me. I'm enticed.
Yeah. Oh man. Maybe you guys should watch together, and Josh can put a review on his YouTube channel for seasons 4 and 5.
And we'll do Instagram stories of our hot cocoa and our feet crammed into a foot massager together.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'll let you put your feet into my foot massager.
Mike, note to Mike, can you edit that part out for
note to Mike, just make this a long loop of that, and in fact time travel it so it's at the beginning of the episode and at the end of the episode.
He's like, you guys are on your own.
From the middle always winds up at the beginning, which takes away from the live effect, where so for people starting from the beginning,
that's just time travel. That's all.
That's so fitting.
Can we plan it? Welcome to going back in time.
We can plan it, we can moon, we can star, whatever you want.
That one didn't go over my head. That's Ryan P.Husk's quickness, his wittiness.
Okay.
Without
Thanks,
missing
everybody. No. So I guess we're going to have to move on, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. This was really a lot of fun. Josh, you're awesome. Bridget, thank you so much for filling in for Michael Kenyon Rosenberg. You are the best guest co-host of all time. Everybody knows it. It's the obvious thing to say because it's true.
Yeah.
And everybody at home, send Michael your well wishes. Leave them in the comments or wherever you'd like, and tell him to get better soon. He's doing very well. Everything is moving forward and progressing just the way it should. The doctors are happy with his numbers, and he is getting better by the day. So he'll be back. And I think that's about it. What I'm trying to say is this podcast was hectic. There was Jen popping in. There was memories shared and jokes made. There was Bridget had a thing on her head.
This podcast was a trip back in time. And this is the part where we put it at the beginning of the episode. So then people won't know if this is what the real podcast is about at the end of the episode, because it's all live.
This podcast taught me I have to update my Zoom app because I don't have filters. Oh, wow.
This podcast made me on a wall in someone's living room.
Who did that?
Hey there, wall friends. Yes. I was artistic once.
Still are. That was cool. Live long and prosper.
All right.
Oh, wow.
And
yes.
always remember what Mr. Hey, oh, wait.
Hey, look, there you are.
Always remember what Mr. Michael Kenyon Rosenberg likes to say.
Watch the first of things, and also donate an organ if you can, because you could also help save a life. Your bean means someone else gets a bean. So
right. Freeze frame, Josh. Freeze frame.
Are we done now? Is this when we are done?
I guess
Is that
so.
now?